Hi, this is Leo A. Belt of www.leosplace.us, and today I want to talk a little about terrorism within the United States. These drive-by shootings, these gangs, organized crime, stuff like that. It's really a major problem in the United States, and they don't have any codes. These people out there that are doing these things don't care who they hurt or who winds up dead because of it. They just do it. And a lot of it's traces back to drug and alcohol and money. It all comes down to money. That's how it's gotten. And addiction to drugs and alcohol. You know, it's become a major problem within the United States. And people need to start taking a look at it. Before you know it, it's not going to be safe to walk down the street. In some places it's not safe to walk down the street in the United States. It's going to get everywhere, in the cities, everywhere. Right now it's in the big cities and it's starting to rear its ugly head out in the small towns. Before you know it, it's going to be out in the county and nowhere it's going to be safe. The United States is supposed to be a safe country where you can practice freedom of religion, freedom in general. But it's not. It's getting worse. It's not getting any better. It's getting to the point where there are certain areas of town that some people just don't want to walk in because you don't know if you're going to come out alive. And that's a problem. What we need to do is, one thing, stop the drug flow in this country and catch these people that are running guns in the United States and stop them. Take this stuff off the streets. It's gotten far too accessible to people. Guns, drugs, even the alcohol. Even though in the town I live in, at one time there was 158 taverns in this town that I live in Kenosha. It's changed since then because of the job situation and the economy. But it's still a major problem even in this town. In the bigger cities like Milwaukee, Chicago, Los Angeles, Cincinnati. Bigger towns than that, it's gotten worse. Jackson, Mississippi. Just to name a few. It's gotten a lot worse. It's gotten to where you're not even safe walking down the streets anymore. So, you know, if you're listening to this and if this is you, maybe you ought to turn your life over to God. You won't need the drugs, the guns, and the stuff like the weapons and stuff like that. You know, maybe you don't need to fire a shot out of your gun and use intimidation to get what you want. Because that's what people are doing. They're killing people to send messages to people. And it's not making it better for anyone. Just like that kid outside of Milwaukee just not too long ago unloaded 23 shots on a guy. It wasn't good enough that he killed him. He just kept firing shots into him until he ran out of shots. He's 14 years old and he's going to spend the rest of his life in prison. That's just one example. I'm not going to go and name all the examples that I know of. But it's getting pretty bad in this country when you can't even walk down the street, or if you get into an argument with someone, they pull out a gun and decide to shoot you instead of settling your differences. If more people would talk to each other and listen to each other, they'd settle their differences like human beings, not a bunch of animals. Alright, thank you and God bless you. Have a good day and God bless the U.S.A.